All right, so like Travis said, my name is Bruce Horne. A little about me. I am retired from the military. Began locksmithing in 2003. Worked all facets of locksmithing with a heavy concentration in automotive. I own and operate 4A Key here in Houston, Texas. I'm the automotive specialist here at HL Flake. I'm a member of the Greater Houston Locksmith Association and recently voted president of Texas Locksmith Association. You guys, tell me a little bit about yourselves. Who do we have in the room? You want to go?
Sure. I'm John Wright, owner and operator of Abracadabra Can Lock Service. Been in the locksmith automotive mobile world for 31 years. I'm just trying to advance more knowledge in the automobile part of the industry while I'm here.
Okay. Anybody online want to go? Can you guys hear us? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Les. Okay. All right. So let's see what we have here. Okay. What program is right for me? How will I build my arsenal? How? What? Before we get started into that, where are you guys from? They can't unmute. Australia. Oh, we got somebody from Australia. Nice. Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, Tennessee. Good, good. North Carolina, Jacksonville. Virginia, Conroe. Kentucky. Nice, nice. So we got a mixture of people all around. Okay. Central Florida, what part of Central Florida? Orlando? Houston? Okay. Key West? Wow. Far away. Okay, okay. All right, this is a basic, pretty much a basic overview of programmers. It's not to show you how to use programmers, it's just an overview. So back into the slides, what program is right for me? How will I build my arsenal? You know, are you gonna, what programmer do you have right now that you think the best of? What's your go-to programmer right now?
Right now, mine is Auto ProPad and Tico Pro.
Okay, okay. And to expand, so, and this is part of building the arsenal. So to expand, you want to expand further so you could do European?
Yes, some
Okay.
some Europeans like Mercedes, BMWs, some Volkswagens, a little bit of Volvos.
Okay, so you know that no programmer will do all the cars out there. You got to have several programmers. Smart Pro, IM608, 508, good choices. 508 Smart Pro when it's not failing. Okay, that's a good choice. I personally use a 608. I'm not. Can you unmute? That's his mic. It won't let you. X tool pad. Okay. Okay. I think hit more maybe.
Thank you.
Okay, I heard somebody there. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm unmuted. I have the Z Full, the IM608, the Smart Pro, the Smart Box. I have just about every one that I can think of, except that I also would like to be able to do more of the European cars, specifically the German cars.
Okay, and who was this talking?
This is Les from Key West.
Okay, okay, all right. Do you have the 608? Did you mention
Yes.
608? Okay.
But my big thing is to try to avoid soldering and avoid pulling boxes if I don't have to.
Gotcha. 608, I use it for most of my Mercedes. I use VVDI MB as well. What they call them click and go now, but I use the EZS adapters, so I don't have to solder, kind of cheating when I connect the EIS in there to get the password to program a key to a Mercedes, whether it be all keys lost, add a key, whatever. It just depends on the vehicle that you're on, whether you have to pull the EIS or do OBD. And we'll get into all that. Let me see, BBDI2 is a good one. IK820 it's a good one. All these are good machines. AutoPro Lite, yeah. Smart Pro. Yeah, that's a lot of good choices.
I sent it to everybody in the chat to unmute.
Okay,
There's
all right.
this one on the back. Make sure you access it.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so he just sent a message to everybody that you can unmute your mic. So if you have any questions, just raise your hand or just let me know. Okay, do you want to go into the more lucrative side of European vehicles? Some people do, some people don't. I get calls a lot here that people want to go into the European side, but all they have is an IK820 or a CK100. Yeah, CK100 do an old Beetle. I wouldn't really recommend doing a whole lot of that with that. But my point is, if you want to do the more expensive cars, you're going to have a selection of programmers. One programmer will do 80, 90%, maybe it won't do 100%. So let's go to the next slide. What's the programmer? The programmer's machine uses to program transponders and remotes to vehicles. They can vary greatly in price. Some are on an annual subscription, some are on tokens, some are both. Why do you need a programmer? The days of just onboarding programming the key, or I ain't gonna say they're gone, but they're getting more and more where you have to have a programmer to connect to the car to program a key or a remote to the vehicle. It's the ever-changing world. I've included two websites on here. Programyourremote.com is a good one. Program AutoKeys is another good one. If you guys want to check them out, they're really, really, really good websites. Good reference. BossCon, TM Pro, SuperVag. Awesome, yeah. So y'all have a good selection of machines. Next slide, price. I'm going to pick on Alltech for a minute, the IK820. I know some people that's their only programmer, and other people that's one of their several programmers. I personally don't have one, but I've seen them work. I've worked with one before. It's a sturdy little programmer, but you can't expect to use the Alltech IK820 on every vehicle. Like you say, for instance, you can use the 608, the 508 Smart Pro. The IK820 won't do everything the Smart Pro and 608 and 508 will do. Also, the BossCom, same thing. The more expensive programmers aren't always the best. I mean, I've got a 608. It would not do, I forgot the vehicle, as at one of my car lots, it would not do the vehicle. So I just on a chance, I pulled out the cheap $100 CK100. It programmed right in, no problem. I was actually surprised. Just kicking it around. If you get to a car and it won't do it, try a different programmer. And this is pretty much what this class is about, for having different programmers. Let me see what else. Do your research before purchasing your programmer. Quick story, I bought an ACDP 2-3 years ago. It rode around in my van for 2 years before I used it the first time. I reached out, I took a class on it, I bought it. I reached out to a friend of mine and he gave another class on it, and I picked his brain and just, I tried it just in my house playing around with it. I tried it. It actually impressed me, because the hardest thing was connecting the ACDP to the internet. That was How you doing? That was the hardest part, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. Just,
He's not
okay.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
How's it going, man, John?
You have give and take when it comes to programmers, ease of use, easy to understand directions. That are some of your more expensive programmers, some of your least expensive programmers. Confusing to use, hard to follow directions. Like the directions are, you're like, what is this? What are they telling me to do? Press button 5 times, then roll up window. I don't know, but anyhow. So that's all I have on the price. Some of you had to have additional hardware, additional software, like the 608. I'm going to reference that a lot because I use that a lot. You have to have the XP400 or the XP400 Pro. You have to have the 2534. You know, some take additional tokens. What was it? The 608 owns, I don't know if it's still up, but when the back server was up, you pay for tokens for the MQB. I believe that's how that went. I haven't done one with the 608. I've done it with the VVDI2, VVDI Prague for Volkswagen. Support's another thing. Where will you get your support? How good is the support? So, like I said, I'm going to reference Autel. You get your support right here in the United States. AutoProPad G2, G2 Turbo, AutoProPad Full, AutoProPad Lite, all the support's right here in the States. How good is the support? I'm going to say Autel is really good because they can remote right into your system. And you know, if you're not sure of what to press, they can tell you or they'll do it for you. They remote into your system. That's really, really good. Buy and use, say for instance, the locksmith's going out of business. He's going out of business. He's selling all his programmers. Would you want to buy his programmers? Me personally, and it's all in what you want to do. Me personally, I wouldn't, because you don't know if they've been shorted out. If there's some kind of changeover form and they can't change over to you. If there's an ongoing issue with the programmer, broke connections inside. What are those programmer sites again? I'll back up and let you write that down real quick. It's at the bottom in the green. Programyourremote.com, programautokeys.com. Thank you, George. Okay, coverage. Most lower price programmers have a limited coverage on their vehicles. You can't buy like the least expensive programmer and expect to do all the higher end cars. And I reference European a lot. I guess I get European vehicles. I'm going to another class here soon. You can't buy Autech IK820 and program the same vehicles you can with the Autel's IM608. It's just not going to work. I mean, some you can, but a lot of them you can't. If you want to service higher end vehicles, you're going to have to spend the money for equipment. That's just it. Give me 1 second. And where are you from? What's your name? Where are you from?
Timothy Craig. I'm from here in Houston.
Okay, good. And how long have you been a locksmith?
Going on eight months or so now. I've trained with my dad since I was like 7, but I've
Okay.
been going on officially locksmith for about 8 months or so.
Okay, awesome. So get with me after class. I got some information for you.
Okay.
So this is really important here. If you don't know what you're doing, it can cost you and cost you a lot. I know several people that can verify this, that if you don't know what you're doing and you brick a vehicle, you're going to pay. You're going to pay to have it to the dealership. You're going to have pay to have it a new computer put in, a new DME, new CAS system. It just depends on what you did to the vehicle. And that's just for BMW side. Small claims court, you know, everybody's very litigious these days, and they will want to sue you for bricking their vehicle. That's just what it is. So you got to be real careful, especially in this world nowadays. It's so easy to brick a vehicle these days, and people just they just don't take the time to research. Research is your friend. I mean, I know it sounds boring, but it's something you're gonna have to do. Unless you know all this stuff off the top of your head, you're gonna have to research. Where can you find answers, or where can you do your research? Program and manufacturer website and frequently asked questions. Distributor websites, they give you a lot of information. FCC number, the part number, the frequency, what battery it takes, what emergency key it takes. You've got a picture of it, how many buttons are on the remote. If it's a high security key, if it's not a high security key. Most people can tell by the part numbers, but association memberships, other locksmiths, you can network with other locksmiths and, you know, get a lot of good information. So here's now we're gonna get into it. This is just a little bit of humor, just to break the ice a little bit. So you brick an ECU, you know, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. And basically is what it is, you corrupt the file on the computer, and some places can repair it. It's gonna cost you a lot of money. If you don't want to do it, or if the customer don't want to do it, then they have a very expensive lawn ornament. That's pretty much what a hose slide is. So with that, don't be this guy. Just saying, don't be this guy. Because you're going to lose the trust, the faith in your customer. You're going to lose, if it's a car lot, you're going to lose the faith in the car lot. A lot of your people just, they're just going to lose faith in you. And it brings the industry down. You know, it makes us look bad as a whole. So why are you here? Why are you here?
To learn a little bit more about programming automotive vehicles.
Okay. Why are you here?
The various machines that will do vehicles that the other machines won't, so
Okay.
that you don't end up on a job and you can't finish it, you gotta walk away. That's very rare for me, but I hate it when it happens.
Okay. Okay. And cheap house opening tool. Yeah, it sure is a cheap house opening tool. Why are you guys here? You're gonna mute if you want.
I think one of the main things for me is just to expand my coverage into a lot of vehicles I don't do. And to be honest with you, what exhibited this whole thing was just Smart Pro not being reliable. It used to be the best tool in the world, and now I'm doing cars that Smart Pro won't do. I can do it with a $500 cheap Chinese tool. So I think
Right.
replacing my Smart Pro is why I'm here.
Right. I wouldn't say replace it. I would say get something to go hand in hand with it. No tool will do 100%. You got to have several. And that's a good point you brought up. Slide previously, like I said, this, I'll go back to it and I'll show you. Right there, lower price programmers have limited coverage. Where'd it go? More expensive is always the best. The second line there under price. So I'm glad you brought that up. I need to rest other vehicles to determine what can be done, OBD, and what cannot. Also find location of BCMs and KVMs. Who wrote that one right above that, Brent? Les. Okay, Les, do you have I know everybody's heard of it, Stacy Hetchler. Do you have his book? If you don't, I would suggest you try to get a copy of it. It's really, really informative. I can reach out to him and see if he has any left. If you want to shoot me an email, my email's on this this chat here. Shoot me an email and I'll see if he has any left and see, you know, if he can do anything for you guys. Scroll a little bit, Brent. Let me see what's at the top. Whose book? Stacy Hetchler. It's called Advanced Immobilizer Programming. I think I have one. I don't know the exact name of it. ACDP has a good resource if you download the app. Yes, ACDP is a good resource. I have ACDP. Yeah, HETCHLER. I want to expand my auto coverage. I don't do any EEPROM yet. Any informational hacks with available programs would be awesome. Okay, we'll get into that. If I don't cover any questions, you know, feel free to email me and I will get your questions answered. I love a more recent manual for ECUs, etc. I have their older version. Yeah, I've got a 2017, Jeffrey. That's the newest one he has out. There are some websites, it's a paid website that you have to be invited to get access to that. And if you want to get with me later, I can probably get you some information on that. Does the book advise as to locations of boxes on each model? It does. Les, shoot me an email. I'll get with you on that. We use Smart Pro and Hotwire, virtually never had a problem completing the job we've been called to do. That's good. Okay. Brent, can you type my email one more time, please? He's typing it right now, Jeffrey. My boss also said to go at MVP. I can't get in the shop. Yeah, I mean, I bought the old rectangular MVP when it first came out, back when NGS was a hot item.
So did I bought both those.
Okay, he's got it on there. I'm just, me personally, I don't like tokens. That's just my preference. Most of these guys, they like tokens. I know a lot of my friends, they have a Smart Pro. I don't have one because I don't like tokens. That's just me. So, I mean, if you like tokens, that's good. And I'm not going to knock Smart Pro. They're a good machine. They're durable, but you're going to pay. Let's see. I'll take IK 820. Okay, you got your vehicle coverage up 75%. Asian domestic. Key program, you're going to do add a key, erase key, all keys lost, read, bypass PIN code, read clear fault codes, and recurring costs is none. I don't like tokens either. If I pay for a machine, I expect to use a machine. Shane, that's my thoughts exactly. I'd rather pay the yearly subscription and be done with it. Now, like I said, the Autel will or used to have the token base for the MQB. I'm not sure if that's still that way since the servers went down. The Volkswagen Audi Group servers went down. I'm not sure if it's still that way. The only thing I will pay tokens for is my VVDI MV. I buy the unlimited tokens. So if I'm doing a Mercedes and it's taken forever, I'll unhook the 608 and I'll put the EIS into my VVDI MV. MQB is pretty much going, yep. Okay. All right. Who here has the IK 820? You got one?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about it?
Well, it does most of the basics to the mid years of the vehicles, probably all the way up to about 17.
Okay. Okay. Anybody online have an IK 820? I'm sure 2 or 3 of y'all at least. At least one of y'all have one. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's 2.
Just another tool for your arsenal.
Yes. Yes. And it's I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, it's a good tool. I've seen it used on Dodge a couple of times. I was impressed. It's very good. It was my first Jeep program. Okay. So the reason why I asked you guys that, what do you SVB? I have one, believe it or not. Yeah. It's like what, a $60 program on Amazon. So what do you like about the Autec? The IK 820, what do you like about it?
Oh, I like the fact that that I like trying that out, even though I have another machine that would definitely do it, just to see
Right.
if it would do it.
Okay.
On a variety of foreign and domestic,
Okay.
and it seems to always work.
Okay.
I've never had really no issues with it. I like the fact that it pulls PIN codes. Also,
Okay. Okay.
or I should say, also bypass PIN codes.
Right. Yeah, Jeffrey's right on the money. Unfortunately, not many tools support Australian cars.
And for the money, very, very
Yeah,
important.
you're right, George. Said that. Shane, okay. Yeah, you're right. I've never had to do an Australian car, so I could not tell you. Okay. Say again. Okay, so that's the Autec. I get questions all the time. We got 2 more messages on there, and then we'll go to the next one. Good programmer locksmith really does cars. Yep. Yeah, Bill, you're correct. I'm surprised Roger's not in this class with you. Experience place with Top Don. Okay. Yep. Jeffrey, you're right. The Top Don Ninja 1000. I use one of those at my car lots. 30% covered. I feel like I had to check for bidding a shot. It's a bargain and great. Yes, Andrew, you're right. I agree 100%. It is it's a real good bargain. Great intro to auto. The Top Don Ninja 1000, and we'll get to that in a minute. I use one of those. I don't have the Alltech or the Bosscom. And what I do is my lower end cars, I'll have that on there programmed in. Say, for instance, Chevrolet 10-minute wait, 12-minute wait, Ford 10-minute wait. I'll have it on there, and I'll use my 608 on another car. I'll use my Auto Pad on another car, my Auto Pad G2 on another car. So I've got them lined up. So I've got to get in and get out. I can't spend all day on one car. Bosscom KMAX 850. You have one of those? No, you got one? Anybody here have one? I'm sure somebody does. So Les, do you like it? I did it on a Dodge Charger. I tried a 2014 Charger, I want to say. And it was pretty straight to the point. I tried it. I don't have one, and I was testing one out because some customers said it don't work. I tested it out. It's our demo unit now. It worked. It worked great. I got no problem with it. Use only Fords and Hondas. Okay. Bosscom Fords and Honda. Let me write that down because that's a good point. Okay. Does it brick without the annual fee, or does it just not get updated? That's a good question. I don't know. That one I could not tell you. It says it's an annual $400 fee to keep the subscription going. It don't brick. So what he's saying is that you can continue using it without paying for the subscription fee, if I'm reading that right. Les, is that the same as the Auto Pad? If you don't pay the subscription fee, you can still use it? I think that's what he's asking. Okay. Yeah, Auto Pad, if you don't pay the subscription fee, the renewal fee, you can still use it. You just won't get the updates. You won't get the support.
Correct.
Autel, same way.
And when you say Autel, you're talking
The 608, 508.
608.
Yes. Okay. Next machine, Top Don Ninja. Like I said, to me, this is the new Autech IK820.
That's exactly what I thought. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great little light machine, and it's durable. I've bounced it around in vehicles several times. The Bosscom updates regularly. I know I don't use it to its full potential. Okay, because I keep getting questions, and people, they'll call me. They're like, I'm trying to do a 2024, and I have a Bosscom KMAX 850. I haven't heard of anybody doing a 2020 with a Bosscom. I don't know if you guys are doing 2020s, but I know of nobody doing it with a Bosscom. Top Don subscription based for updates, but otherwise free to use. Yes. Yeah, the recurring cost is $249 annual. We're actually looking at getting the Phoenix in. It's going to give Autel a run. It's comparable to the Autel 608. It's also comparable to the Auto Pad G2.
You said Phoenix?
Top Don Phoenix. It's not in the book.
Okay.
It's a new product.
What price range is that one?
I'm not sure. I can get with Chad and find out. The Ninja, have you seen the Ninja? I showed you the Ninja.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in action.
Okay.
To me, it looked very similar to the Autek
Yeah.
820.
It's very similar. It works. What the fans have? Yes, Andrew. If you guys want to know anything about the Phoenix, I just bought the Ninja. I have barely used it so far. Les, you're gonna love the Ninja. Yeah, it's been released.
You can YouTube some videos.
Yeah, if you guys want more information on it, shoot me an email and I'll get you the information on it. I'll talk to the president of Top Don and get him to shoot me some information so I can send it to you guys. The Phoenix is a really, really good machine. They were beside me at TLA beside the Flake banner booth, and I got to go around and put hands on it. It's bigger than the Smart Pro, but it's super light. But the diagnostic capabilities is supposed to be on point with at least the same as Autel or better. That's diagnostic capabilities. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The family. You got AutoProPad full in the bottom right. You got the AutoProPad G2 in the bottom left. You got the AutoProPad G2 Turbo in the top. You got I believe it's called the KC501 to the left of the AutoProPad G2, and the J2534 on the right. I've got that machine. I've used it a few times. I've only had it a couple weeks. AutoProPad full. I've used that. I bought it when it first came out. I've used it a few times. Asian, domestic, European. In my opinion, I haven't done a Mercedes with the G2 Turbo yet, but from the looks of everything there, it's comparable with the IM608 on making Mercedes keys. I haven't done one yet because both of them I had canceled. Well, it was one of my car lots. They were shipping the Mercedes out, and I couldn't get there in time, so they just went ahead and shipped them to another location. Let's see. It does, like I said, Asian, domestic, Europeans up to 85%. It'll cover pre-coding like your Volkswagen Audi keys, limited EEPROM, and we're going to have a class on the EEPROM October 19th. It's going to be a virtual class. Our friends at Lock Labs are going to put that on. It's a free class, I believe. It shows you the EEPROM capabilities of the AutoProPad, the old Toyota, Lexus ECU reflashing, like the Easy Flasher would do, something like that. The AutoProPad is capable to do that. It does key programming, add key, erase key, off keys lost, read and bypass your PIN code, read and clear fault codes, DTCs. G2 Turbo has a pre and post scan. So if you go to your customer and they want a key program, you pre-scan it. You program a key. Then they come back to you. They're like, oh, my blinker quit working because you programmed the key. Pre-scan, it says blinker does not work. You program the key, you post-scan, it says blinker does not work. Everything's the same. So you got some kind of proof there to cover yourself. You don't know how many times being here in Houston, they'll tell you, oh, my blinker quit working because you programmed the key. My car won't start because you programmed the key. I ran out of gas because you programmed the key.
I personally don't see how that has any relations to, but I know customers will try to find something that's already wrong.
Yes, they do it
Fault on you.
daily, and that's why I don't deal with the public. I deal with car lots only. I will not. I won't. I ain't gonna say I won't. I will if they need me, but I try not to.
Knock on wood, I've never had.
Can sponge
Customer
to outside US in market, we have
Trying to
to.
claim something like that. And I've heard from
Can-
others.
So Jeffrey, what was your question? Some sold out scans.
That's an correct that verifies sponge.
Yeah, I don't see. Says can you verify? Reword your question? I'm sorry. But while we're waiting on that, the AutoProPad, like I said, it has a $600 annual subscription fee. You can continue to use it. You're just not going to get the support or the updates. Really, really good machine. Okay, can app sold to outside US market? I want to say yes. If you shoot me an email and ask me that question, I'll get in touch with Lock Labs. The president over, I know him really well. I'll get in touch with him and see if we can make that happen for you. AutoProPad be sold outside USA market? I believe so, but yeah, shoot me an email on that, and I will check on that for you and get back to you. I'll get some clarification on that for you, and we'll see what we can do for you. Back to the AutoProPad. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, the annual subscription is $600 a year. If you don't use it, it don't brick. I mean, if you don't pay it, it don't brick. Just won't get support or updates. What I like about the G2, it's aluminum. It's like a heavier duty. The G2 turbo is same way. The VCI, the JVCI box on the right, the white box right on the right there, it connects basically the same way the IM608. That the G2 turbo is basically it's set up just like the IM608 with the JVCI box and the
It looks
XP400.
like the Smart Pro.
Yes,
Looks of it.
yeah, it does. But that's down Auto Pad, and like I said, we're doing a intro to EEPROM class on October 19th. I'm gonna have a slide come up here in just a minute. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, I mean, it's super easy to do these jobs. It's just a matter of you removing the ECU, removing the screws, the cover, and clipping onto the chip, virginizing the chip. It's like I said, super easy. Then you introduce your keys into the system. Have any of you guys done this before? I'm sure some of you guys have done this. The old Toyota Lexus.
I've done some.
You done it?
I've
Okay.
done a few, not a whole lot. But
And
I've
it's
done a
super
few.
easy, right?
Well,
Well, your first one kind of makes
Yeah.
you pucker a little bit, but I
first,
mean,
exactly.
pin loader. Okay, all right,
It didn't go as easy as the video showed.
right. But I mean,
it
it gets easier the more you do.
did, exactly.
Here at Flake, we used to do them, but before I started, I don't know why they quit doing it. Bill, I used to have the Easy Flasher as well. I sold it because I bought it. I bought it in 2012-ish, and I sold it because I never had a flash job until after I sold it, then all the flash jobs come. Just like the Quickset Smart Key Decoder, I bought it, had it on pre-order. When it come out, I was one of the first ones to get it. Haven't had a smart key call since. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just my luck. So, yeah, Jeffrey does lots of EEPROM work. Okay, cool. Yes, sir.
My brother-in-law has the Easy Flash, and your range one.
Mhm.
And the good thing I liked about it is that it was very detailed in a manual book. So
Right.
if you had any tech questions, you just looked in the book and it gave you all the answers.
Right.
It gave you pictures with it as well.
Okay. Get with me and I'll get something like that for you. I do have something like that downloaded. I'll do something like that for you. And any of you guys, if you want it, shoot me a message. I'll send you a link to where you can download it. What else do we have here? Z Full. Okay. I've seen Z Full in action. I can say it's a very good machine. I haven't used it myself, although I do want to get one eventually. I got to talk to my personal banker. She won't let me buy anything hardly. Vehicle coverage up 90%, Asian, domestic, and European. Key pre-coding, EEPROM data read and write, ECU flashing, key program add key, erase key, all keys lost, read and bypass pin code. You can unlock some keys with it, read and clear fault codes. Recurring costs, subscription, you can go from 5 days to 18 months. Most people go with the annual list for $858. That's our price. I don't know what other distributors are selling it for. Used to be fantastic, but not being updated so much. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't updated in a while, but a lot of people still swear by this machine for Volkswagen because the servers are down. So they swear by this machine. I mean, there's other ways to do it. And I'm not really going to talk about it, but Abritas, you can do it with Abritas. Super expensive, but well worth it.
You talking about all keys lost or adding a key?
But yeah. Many other programs do the same stuff. Yep, Jeffrey, you're right. I agree 100%. Like I said, I wanted to get Zed because of the Volkswagen. Yeah, Andrew. What was that for? Abritas. Abritas will do it. What else was it? Abritas and VVI2, VVI Prague. You got to put the cluster in service mode. I just come back from a class on the European Roundtable for some stuff like that. Really informative class. I loved it. I'm fortunate enough to go back again in a couple weeks to continue that, so I can kind of help the people here in this area. I know a couple of y'all said y'all had the Z full. Who was that said they had the Z full?
Was it at the top?
No, they said it on the voice, I think. Okay, Liz. So how do you like it? I mean, if they were to continue updating it, how do you like it? So I can tell other people about it. Like I said, I don't have one yet. I want to get one eventually. Okay, I got you. It was your go-to use for shop work now. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right, so we'll get into one of my favorites, just unlock the Mercedes been with 3 days ago. Nice. Trunk. Okay. Oh, so it does the same as the Auto Pro Pad. It'll unlock the Mercedes trunk, open Mercedes trunks. Or 608. 608 Auto Pro Pad does what BMW trunks, I believe. Or I might have that backwards. I know one of them does Mercedes, one of them does BMW. Or one of them does both. I can't remember exactly. Okay. All right, so now my favorite machine, 608, 508. Field coverage up to 90%, Asian, domestic, European. It does key pre-coding, EEPROM, data read and write, ECU reflashing. If you get the IKPA adapters for the unlocking of the keys, add key, erase key, all keys lost. Read and write, read and bypass pin codes on some, most vehicles. Read and clear fault codes, which is most people refer them as DTCs. The yearly subscription to the 608 is $895. The 508, I want to say is half that or less, maybe 300. I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure somebody here has a 508 and they can correct me on that. You got a 508, 608?
You do.
I know I do. Any of you guys have one? Oh, just got my 508 last month. Can it unlock keys, flash Toyota? It can, Bill, do you have the XP400 with it or just the XP200? 200, yeah, you're gonna need the 400 for that. Les likes the 608. Andrew's got a 608. Didn't know it can unlock keys. Yep, the IKPA, the little adapters that came with the XP400 Pro. Okay, Jeffrey, you got a 608 as well? Yep, I bought the full package and then they come out because everybody kept burning up the XP400s by hooking them to the OBD port. So they come out with the XP400 Pro section. So what I did is, well, as soon as I bought it, then they come out with the XP400 Pro edition. So this thing has blown up my automotive coverage. Can't say enough good things about the program. So Andrew, yeah.
So I got a question.
Yeah. Okay.
What is unlocking keys?
Unlocking keys, say for instance, you program this key to a vehicle. And then customer's like, okay, I don't want it. You throw it in your vans. A week later, 2 weeks later, instead of buying a new key, you go over here, connect your programmer to it, connect it to the XP400 with the adapters, or there's other methods. Put it in the cradle, like I use a DVI Key Tool Max with the adapters, and put it in there and rewrite the flash on the key. So it's a brand new key, basically, refurbished. Yeah, basically. Let me see. Yeah, it was funny. I have the XP Pro as I only bought it this year. Yeah, you guys that are gonna get the Autel, the 608, 508, I think you guys will love it. Getting one soon. Okay.
mentioned.
We're gonna be doing classes actually on the 508, 608, probably some Mercedes classes. We're gonna be doing some intro to European classes as well. Toy Lexus emulator, the AVP 112, is that what we talking about, Les? 608 with XP 400 like Auto Pro 65. Yeah, basically, yeah, Shane. Yep, 608 with the XP 400 like Auto Pro with the KC 501. Yes, sir. You're right. Okay, yeah, the AVP 112, the first time I used it, I was super impressed. I had an Oculus law situation. But like I said, we're gonna be doing classes on the Mercedes, probably some BMW and Volkswagen as well for the 608. I'm not 100% sure when. I'm working on that, getting some material together for that. I'm hoping in mid to late November, I can do a basic and intermediate European class, if anybody's interested. I just want to get put some fillers out there and see how many people will be interested in doing it. I mean, just to give you some comfort level to doing these vehicles. And you'll notice the 508 is smaller. You can't tell by the picture here, but the 508 is smaller than 608. And the recurrent cost is about half of what this recurrent cost is. Okay, moving on. Smart Pro, a lot of people's favorite. Durable machine. I ain't gonna say I won't use it. I've used it a couple times. A friend loaned it to me when I sent my 608 off to get the USB port fixed. He loaned me a Smart Pro and I've used it. It's very straightforward machine, very durable machine, simple to understand. I don't like it because it's tokens. I don't like buying tokens, and some of you do, some of you don't. I really don't like buying tokens. This will cover up to about 90% of the vehicles. Asian, domestic, European, key pre-coding for Volkswagen, key EEPROM data read and write, ECU flashing, key programming, add key, erase key, all keys lost, read and bypass pin codes on certain vehicles. You can unlock some keys with it, from what I understand, read clear fault codes. Recurring cost is token based, and you can get several on that. You get yearly, monthly. It just depends, or each token by itself. Yep, they also added keys for Mercedes now, but that's add a key. That's not all keys lost. For late model 4s, late model Chryslers. What are you asking for, this? What was that question? Late model 4, late model Chryslers. Since it became ILCO, it has become a substandard product. For Smart Pro, you can buy the software, not just token. Yeah, you're right, John. Yep, I don't use Smart Pro, so I don't really, I forget to mention stuff like that. No question, just a comment on how good it works on them. Okay, I got you. My 20,000 purchase software T-code transferred. Oh, nice. So you're saying if you buy the software, you don't have to buy the tokens? Is that what you're saying, DJ? That's right.
On
Wow.
this one here. Yeah.
Okay.
Like for
Wow.
instance, I have the T-Code Pro.
Okay.
So any software I have on it, if you go with that turn-in program,
Right.
they move your software over to this machine.
And so they update your software too? Is it free updates?
That I'm not sure, because I
If
didn't
you
buy the
buy
machine
250
yet.
token pack, the cost for token is about 11. Okay. Export is very poor now as well. See, I don't know.
But there is a token side of it and software side. So if you
Okay,
don't have,
okay.
if you go to a job and don't have the software, you just go to your tokens and it pulls from your tokens so you can complete the job.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Illustrated Smart Pro comes with 10 free softwares for some. Oh, nice. Everything not purchased with software you can. Yeah, DJ, he just said that on purchase software it will update, but new software release need to be purchased. Okay. Oh, makes sense. I might actually get one then. See, I didn't know that. That was something I didn't know about because I don't use it. I don't focus on that machine.
I did talk to the company and asked them about T-Code Pro I had, how
Okay.
far are you gonna allow us to continue to buy software for the older machine,
Okay.
one under. And he said it's gonna stop it. The last year is gonna be 2020.
I still got the old MVP. The rectangle box looking one, I still got that one.
Okay.
I wonder if they'll let me do a trade-in. Probably not since it's
Well,
old.
They will.
I don't know.
Actually, they will.
I know they were offering it. still
Say again?
last year.
Somebody was talking? Thought I heard somebody.
But I do have to say something else about this machine,
Okay,
is that I was using my Auto Pro Pad, which is the middle Auto Pro Pad, the light.
okay,
You got the basic, the light, and you got the Auto Pro Pad
Right.
that does the EEPROM.
you got the full, yeah.
Okay, I got the middle one, and I was trying to program, I pushed start 2016 Honda Odyssey,
Okay,
and Auto Pro Pad wouldn't allow me to light up the dash so I could communicate and program that product.
okay.
My brother-in-law came over with that machine.
With the
and
Smart Pro?
Flawless, programmed
Okay.
them right in.
Yeah, like some work on certain vehicles really well and some don't. I
Yeah.
mean,
But I watched a video on Auto Pro Pad and it said you could do it.
right, there's a trade-in for, okay, I didn't know that. There is a trade-in for the MVP. Okay, cool deal. I will reach out and find out what I can do. Do a lot of 19 Mustangs, I'll use law, Smart Pro, great for them. Is that active alarm list? Okay, sweet, sweet, active alarm for 19 Mustangs. That was, he was making a statement, he said it does a lot of 2019 Mustangs, all keys lost, Smart Pro is great for them. I asked him, was it active alarm? He said, yes, so nice. So when you hear the two chirps, you hit program, is that what I'm understanding? Okay, okay, I got you. Smart Pro is good, but I like to save on tokens. Yeah, yeah. Wishran 18 Fusion had security updated by Ford active alarm and Smart Pro will bypass. Wow.
Unless you bought
Okay,
like
so
250.
I'm guessing you guys done talked me into getting a Smart Pro. I mean, I'm not a big token fan, but if I buy the software,
They're high.
um,
45.
I guess it'll work.
Crazy.
Okay, moving on to a couple other things. How many of you guys have Smart Pros? Yeah, disconnect the battery, it's part of the procedure, but which one is it better? Use on Honda for a lot.
No.
Yeah,
Well, it depends.
Okay, so most of you guys have Smart Pros.
Require a pin, or just one, but if it requires a pin, it takes two. Yeah. Heard
Okay,
stories,
okay.
I don't know if it's true. But I
Um,
tried to program it, didn't work, they went back in.
question? Question?
Oh, go ahead and ask him that same thing.
How many tokens on average does it take to reprogram a vehicle?
On average is one. It depends
Unless
if
the
you
pin
got
code
pin code,
required.
then it takes two.
Okay.
That's why I don't like token machines. That's
Yeah.
honestly me. Because I mean, if I tell the customer, oh, if I buy tokens like 5-packer, 1-packer, whatever, one at a time, they're what, $40 a piece or
They're
something like
high
that?
when you buy
So
the smaller.
I
package.
can't pass that $80 on to the customer.
Yeah.
No, they ain't gonna go for it. So that's just me. But I mean, I would buy the.
I'm with you, man. I don't like the token idea either.
Yeah, so star connector cables have been out of stock Australia for ages. Actually for a Smart Pro ADC, yes. So this is the ADC 2011. This is to connect to the star connector on Dodge Chrysler Jeep products, 18 and up. I bought the brute force cable for the Auto Pro Pad. I didn't like the two little prongs because I put them into little holes, and time I get up under there and get them in the holes, I get out, one would fall out. I bought that, you just plug it into an empty slot, you're good.
How long is the cord?
ADC 2011, I won't say it's that long, but you can buy a OBD extension cord. I bought like, I want to say 15 foot off Amazon for like 10,
Yeah.
$12. It's not much. So this cable here, you can use it on 608, you can use it on Auto Pro Pad G2, pretty much anything. You don't need OBD with
Any Auto
star
Pro Pad?
cable. Yeah, if it's OBD. You don't need OBD with star cable. Okay, Bill, let me kind of explain why I said that. For my 608, I connect my J-box to I hook my extension cord, my extension OBD to the OBD, run it over to my star connector, which has got OBD male and female. I'll connect it to my OBD one OBD ends. I'll connect my programmer to the other OBD end, and I'll plug the ADC 2011 where it says ADC 2011 plug right there into the star connector. That's how I use it. I mean, I don't know. Can you scroll up a little bit? You'll need OBD with star connector. Okay. I'm tempted to make one because they're out of stock. Jeffrey, I believe we have them in stock, the ADC 2011. What's a good reference for star connector 12-8 locations? Okay, I'm going to get to that. Actually, I'll get to it right now. The MyKey Pros app, it's a Smart Pro app that'll tell you. Star connector and the 12 and 8 locations. 12 and 8 locations, I'm not sure if that's on there because all I use is the ADC 2011. Star connectors everywhere on the car, full panels, boom, it's there. Yep, user on the dash. Passenger side, right above your right foot on a lot of Chargers. On the Ram trucks, left side, right above the hood latch. A 19 Pacifica I done a few days ago is right there behind the, right below the B pillar on the sliding glass door. I mean, sliding door. There's a little door right there. You pop it off. Star connectors right there. Oh, with the Smart Pro, you plug it in. Okay, I got you. So yeah, you're right, Bill. But me, because I don't have a Smart Pro, I got to use, other machines. So like I said, I'll connect my OBD extension cord from my OBD to the ADC 2011. Then my programmer from the other end of the OBD to the other end of the ADC 2011, and now I'll plug the little white connector into a ND port on the green bar there. Smart Pro, because I'm certainly under one. Okay, Jeffrey. Yeah, email me and make sure you have my email. Email me. MyKey Pro app is great. You're right. So it's possible to use star cable with power. Yes, it is. Star connector in certain areas use a long forceps. Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't thought about it. I've seen it where people's pulled off when you open the driver's door, you pop that little fuse door over, and it's right inside there, and they've had the wire and it's really stiff, and they just stick it up there and push it in. They broke the little tab off that locks it in. I don't want to do that because if it's vertical, my luck, it's always going to fall out. So I left the lock on mine so I can lock it in. I don't mind going up under there and pushing the little lock and pulling it back down. Forceps work great for Dodge Journey. Yep. I've seen that. I've seen the trick, but let me see. Broke the tab. It's not been a problem. Okay. Yeah, I didn't break the tab on mine. Like I said, my luck, the way my luck is, when I bought the Smart Key decoder, I quit getting Smart Key calls. As soon as I break the tab, every time I plug in, it's gonna fall right back out. That's just my luck. So I won't break mine off. But you'll see people refer to these cables as brute force cable, Chrysler Secure Gateway cable, Star Connector cable, ADC 2011. Diagnostic Box has one, TDB 084. I mean, it's a really, really great concept, really great cable. They're pretty snug. Okay, all right, I'll give that a try. I'll see what happens with that. Let me see. Do you have one of these cables? Have you tried it?
I do have one.
Which one do you have?
I don't have the one like this. I have the one that you were talking
two
about where
pins?
the wire comes loose.
Okay,
I have that one.
the brute force cable.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have one?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anybody that don't have this cable, and again, I'm not in sales, so I don't care if you buy it or not.
Makes sense. You prefer something that ain't gonna fall out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in sales, but I love this cable. It works great for me.
Are those two connectors? You also have to watch.
Two wires. You gotta know which one you hook it to.
Touch.
Can high, can low. Yeah. This is safe. But me personally, that I'm just telling y'all what works great for me.
Absolutely. I'll
I have
definitely
both
be
cables. I'm looking at getting the Diagnostic Box one, the 08 TDB 084 one. I want to get that one as well and test it out.
What's the difference?
Manufacturer, basically.
But the end result's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to TDB 1000 USA, look it up on there. It's TDB 084. You can look it up on there, and it's
What was it called?
TDB 1000 USA.
TB,
TDB.
TDB,
Yes, sir. T as in Tom, D as in dog, B as in Bravo,
1000
1000USA.com.
USA.com.
And the item is TDB 084.
084.
Yes, sir.
That's the part number
That's
for.
part number. Yes, sir.
and that's-
We probably have it in stock here. I'm not sure. I know we had yeah, Bill, I'll get with you in just a second. Let me answer this real quick and I'll address your question. We probably had them here because we had a special at TLA. I'm not 100% sure what the special was, but I remember seeing it on the little advertisement.
Okay,
At the TLA trade show, we had a special on them. Okay, can you tell again, process hookup ADC 2011 with 508? Okay, let me go back to the, wrong way. Let me go back to the. Okay, your 508, okay, you got 508. Now, on the 508, your OBD cable hooks directly to your 508. Is that right? Because you guys don't have a 2534. Is that right? Okay, yeah, I'm going to assume that the OBD cable hooks directly to the 508. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll order if you want to order a OBD cable, extension cable, and you're gonna plug the male OBD in to the female on the car or the driver's side there. The other end, you're gonna hook to that this cable here on one of them OBD ends, whichever one it fits on, you're gonna hook to it. For the most part, it's the male side, I want to say. You hook it to connect to one of these ends, and then your your OBD coming from your OBD extension, coming from your OBD to your I'm a little confused. Hold on a second. Think about this again. Coming from your OBD. So you're going into one of these plugs here, and then you'll hook your 508 to the other plug on the other end. And then the little white connector where it says ADC 2011, the little white plug there, you'll plug that into the star connector. If that makes sense. If not, I can probably get you a diagram somewhere and email it over to you. I think it's pretty easy though. Once you get the cord and you see the connections, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's super simple. You just gotta, and like who said that earlier about you don't have to connect the Smart Pro to the OBD. Any spot on the star connector. Yeah, any spot on the star connector. Yeah. Yeah, Bill, shoot me an email because I got access to the chat log, but shoot me an email and I will get that out to you. So do I need this or 12+8 or I need both? Andrew, be honest with you, I don't have the 12+8 and I do all the prices I want. To me, this is easier. I mean, I'm old, I'm a little bit overweight, and for me to go up under the dash is it's quite a challenge, but I still get it done. I don't really stress it a whole lot. I don't use a 12+8. It's user preference basically. I don't want you to buy something you're really not going to need. I bought the 12+8. It rides around my van. I've never used it. It's been riding around my van ever since they've come out. I've never connected it to my machine ever. So it's just whatever you want. One tip, there are 2 jack panels that can accept the star plug. Always use the green. Yes, always use the green. And that's what I always thought. I always thought it was green with white plugs in there. That's a good tip. That's correct. You do not need to hook up the OBD with the Smart Pro when using the star connector. Connect star bank and pillar and program. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys have taught me into buying a Smart Pro. First ever. Okay, so let's get into EEPROM. We got about an hour left, a little less than an hour. We might get done a little early, maybe right on time. I know some of you guys want to go because it's going to be 5 o'clock when we're done. Hopefully I get done before 5 o'clock, depending on the questions. So this is the EEPROM. This is EEPROM machines. This machine here, if you don't have one, I suggest you get one. It will make you some money. I don't even know if we have these. I know some places you can get them, eBay, Amazon, 20, 30 bucks. This little machine will make you quite a bit of money. Super easy to use. You connect it to your laptop. It's for EWS systems on BMWs, 95 to like 2009-ish. And I'm sure most of you guys have this. I'm pretty sure I know at least.
I don't have it.
It says 25% participants. I'm gonna say about 10 to 12 people have this. 10 to 12 people out there have this. I don't know how many, but I guarantee you 10 to 12. See, Jeffrey's got it. It's idiot proof. That's why I like it, because I'm an idiot. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it really is. I did my first BMW with it. Super, super simple. There's plenty of videos that walk you through on how to use it. Let me see. The thing with this, it programs BMW EWS keys, read and write key information, safe, effective. Biggest idiot malware. Jeffrey, come on now, give yourself credit. I've seen you in the groups. You're really well known. It reads data dumps directly from the MCU. There's a couple masks on there. OD46J and 2D47J is, I believe, the most common. You don't have to remove it from the circuit board. You can read in circuit. Chuck, you got it, not used it yet. Go to the pick apart, pull your EWS and play with it. You'll be satisfied how well it works. Here is early here. I'm only third coffee. Okay. Never heard of it, but I don't do BMW Mercedes because thought solder. No, Bill. Hey, you guys are up there in what, Conroe Spring area? Swing by here, give me a call. Get with me and we'll get you fixed up. Is the AK9 same as HRT? Les, I believe one of our competitors was selling the HRT. They rebranded it as HRT. Not the competitor itself, but whoever rebranded it was selling it to the competitor as HRT. It's the same exact thing. As far as I know, it is. So you had a question?
There is that
We have them?
basics.
AK90? Yeah. What are they going for?
$34.99.
$34.99 right here, Flake. I mean, I would pick one up today. Order one today. Super easy to use. How many we have?
6.
We got 6 left in stock. Yeah, I would get one if you don't have one. And you know, if you guys don't have one, if you're local, I've got one. I'm gonna bring some EWSs in. You come here and we'll do a BMW class. You can practice on it just to get used to it. Yes.
What machine do you use this on?
Computer, laptop.
Okay.
It's super easy. Like he said, it's idiot proof. I'm the biggest idiot in the world. Yeah, it works. With what software? It has its own software. There's a CD that comes with it. It's not in the picture. I don't know why it's not in the picture on this. Maybe it got deleted when we were editing the photo for this. I'm telling you guys, if you guys don't have one, it would be in your best interest to get one. I mean, you do older BMWs with it. Super easy. It's a real inexpensive machine that it'll pay for itself. First use, it pays for itself. Okay, let's go to the next one. This machine here, my love-hate relationship with this machine. Little quick story about this. 2019, I think. Flew to Portland. I took a class on this. I bought the machine. I thought it was basically a sales pitch for the machine. So I didn't take enough notes. So anytime you're in class, I would suggest taking notes. Take notes, take pictures, record if they let you record. Because I took this class a second time, I fully understand it now. This machine rode around in my van for 2 years. I hated this machine. I despised this machine. I hated looking at it. I've spent all this money and it's just paperweight. So I reached out to one of our good friends, Brian Suggs, that gives a class on this machine. And I took his class twice. I told you I'm the world's biggest idiot. I had to take his class twice to understand it. I took his class twice. Second time I took it, I understood it fully. A lot more than I did the first time I took it. This thing's great for BMWs. It does everything automatically. You connect this to your iPad or your Android tablet or your iPhone or Android phone. Only thing I can say about this is make sure I have a Wi-Fi, separate Wi-Fi, that I make sure this and my tablet is on that one Wi-Fi. Yeah, they can be on separate Wi-Fi's, and you got to be, I believe, 2.5 gigs. Is it 2.5 and 5?
Yeah.
Okay, 2.5 gigs. You got to be on that one. It's a really, really durable machine. I've used it for, matter of fact, I'm going to use it for a Volvo later on. 2.4. Thank you, Les. I don't know why I said 2.5. It's really, really durable machine. The people that have this love it. The people that just now get it, the connection is the hardest part, getting it connected. After that, it's real easy. They have an app you can get. Let me see if I can show the app. Oh, I don't have the camera to show the app. See, I wish I had that desktop camera. But
Next time you show your phone,
yeah,
we're running the phone over from there.
yeah, it's got an app on it. It tells you, how to hook it up, and you just go step by step by step. I mean, it's super, super easy to use. It reads the file, it backs up the file automatically, it writes the file. Everything you need to do. It comes with the little pins that, the little solder points. You can clean them off and connect better. That's just a few of the adapters: electric plug, the OBP ICP box, the BAV key, and the ACDP box. So ACDP is on the far left. This will renew BMW keys. It casts 1 through 4. It does keys, the FEM-VDC. It does keys, adds keys without soldering, deletes keys without soldering, enables disable keys. Just, I would say, if you get one of these, go to the pick apart, pull you some CAS modules, pull you a FEM module, play with it. Just take pictures, because the FEM module, when you take the FEM module apart, before you take it apart, take a picture of it so you know what position the fuses are in. Just play with it. If you decide to get one of these, I mean, I can't believe for 2 years around my van didn't make me any money. If I knew then what I know now, this thing would have paid for itself back then. 2 or 3 times, it would have pay for itself. I want ACDP.
What was the reason you hated it?
I didn't know how to use it. I could never get connected. That's the worst part.
So when after you took, it was after the 2 classes were taken.
After my second class, I knew how to connect it. I just didn't know how to use it.
How do you feel about it opposed to the others with this?
Oh, for BMW, this is the way to go. This is the way to go for BMW. And just make sure you have a battery maintainer. You don't want the battery to drop, because you'll corrupt the file, and then you'll have a brick car, and then you're paying a lot of money to get it fixed. I know people that's brick BMWs that they let it drop. I'm not a real big fan of pulling your vehicle out there and having jumper cables. I'm not a big fan of that. I really ain't, because I've seen them brick doing that. I haven't bricked one yet, knock on wood. I know a lot of people that has bricked them, and they'll tell you it's the worst feeling in the world. You're right there, and the customer's looking at you, and you're like, oh, my car started for you guy here. How come they start now? So then, you got to claim on your insurance, because you got towed to BMW. They're going to replace the DME. They're going to replace the CAS module. Some places they'll replace the ignition and the door lock. I mean, put that charge on you too. It just depends on what dealer you go into. Like I said, this machine is a really good machine. There is an actual ACDP support group on Facebook that my friend Brian Suggs built and maintains that site. Really great machine. I can't say enough about this machine. You can do BMW, Volkswagen, Jaguar, Porsche, Land Rover, Volvo. Just buy the different modules for it. I've got my module 20 is the newest one for Volvo. So I got 12 and 20. And I've got a Volvo that I got to do here shortly. Not today, but next week I got to do it. I got it scheduled for next week. Anybody else here have ACDP? No? Maybe? Probably not. I'm pretty sure somebody does, at least one person. Les, yep, you're like me, man. I never used it, and now since I've used it and I took the class the second time, I love it. And that's my go-to on BMW.
Les never used it either.
Yeah, see, I mean, I bought it in 19-ish.
Now, did he not use it because he didn't know that much about it, or he just never had any calls? on it?
I don't, so Les, the question was, did you use it, did you not use it because you didn't know how to use it, or you didn't have that many calls on it?
Took the class, I need to do another.
I don't pull boxes, okay. Yet, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, cast modules ain't bad to pull, one screw, it comes out.
that's me, man, I prefer not. to
Well, it
pull
depends if you're
box
pulling a cast
either.
module out of a dash on a Mini
Danger
Cooper,
zone comes
then you gotta pull the whole dash. Took class, need to do another. Yeah, Brian is teaching a class up in Chicago in about a week and a half, if you want to hit that class. Price, the price varies on which package you get. This here, what you're seeing right here is the basic ACDP, no modules. I don't see any modules with it. But you'll have to get either the BMW package, the Volvo package, the Volkswagen package, or the full package. I mean, they have several different packages. That's what the price. Yeah, Jaguar. Thank you. Yeah, it depends on the package you want to get of what the price is. I can't quote, like I said, I'm not in sales, so I can't really give you a price. Yeah, I think Les is the only other person that has one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So on the ACDP, this is the modules I was telling you about. This is connected to a KVM. It's a KVM module. The little pillars there, the gold looking thing is called a standoff. I don't know how to show you, but the top left, the picture on the left, the brass looking thing on the top left on that green board, it's called a standoff. And if you look on the green board where it says the word lock on there, BDM01, you'll see 3 or 4 little brass little pogo pins on one side and 3 or 4 on the other. The black string is connected to the board. They're called pogo pins, and what they do is they touch the solder points to make the connection to the circuit board. That's how you connect all these modules to the boards. Real easy. Let me go back one. The little pins right there are the right beside the OVP ICP box, right below the ACDP box case. These little pins are like little files, and you clean off these little solder points and connect, make your connection. And the machine will tell you if all of them are clean. If it's not clean, it'll tell you. It'll be red. If it's clean, it'll turn green and say okay. It'll go through a self check. The worst part, like I said, the worst part about the machine is connecting to your tablet or your iPad or your iPhone or your Android phone. That's the worst part. Just make sure you're on the same Wi-Fi channel as your Wi-Fi, as your tablet and your HDP are on the same Wi-Fi. Super easy to use. It walks you through there itself. I don't know what to say about ACDP. It's a really good machine. What else was I going to say about the ACDP?
What's the price on that?
It depends on which package you get.
Oh, okay.
There's different packages. We have a package in here, right here. I want to say, turn the page. One more. Right there. That's the BMW package, I want to say. The BMW, yeah, BMW package modules 1, 2, and 3, which is $1,000, $900, something like that. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite a bit, but for doing what you're going to do with that machine, it's not a lot. Tango, you can clone Toyota H key 128-bit on the LKP for the little adapters. Toyota Lexus Smart Key Systems, Toyota G Mobilizers, Reset, Ag Key, including European types, Toyota Lexus H Key Image Generation. You can basically read and write transponders with this. It comes with some software. Most other software you have to purchase separately. It's a really, really good machine. Going back to this, I had a BMW I could not do. Being a buddy of mine here in Houston, I could not do it. And it was an EWS system. So we use this and we wrote the chip and programmed the key in. I mean, it's and synchronized the key with the car. It took this to do it. It was supposed to be done with this. It didn't work. So we used this and it worked fine. And one thing I will say is redundancy is good. The Tango and Orange 5, which I don't have the picture of the Orange 5 on here, is basically the same thing as this and this, VVI2 and VVI product. Different manufacturer. It looks different on the outside, basically the same on the inside. Any of you guys use Tango before? You use Tango? You use Tango? No. You guys use Tango? No?
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the Orange 5 right there. The Orange 5 and Tango is basically the same thing as VVI2 and VVI product. You need a water or anything? Okay. Okay, next is not yet. Okay, next is VVI2. This is a really, really good machine. I use it mainly for BMW. I mean, Volkswagen. Transponder chip programming, read, write. I don't know. I mean, just bought my VVI2, not yet. Okay. Yeah, I used Tango and Orange 5 with my first EEPROM tool. Okay, Jeffrey. So you kind of know where I'm going with this. The VVI2 and VVI Prog are basically the same as Orange 5 and Tango. I've got a Tango. I don't have an Orange 5 yet. I will be getting one eventually. And like I said, redundancy. It's just same tool, different manufacturer. If this said tools go down, I still have this one. Back to the programmers. Short story. If my, not short story, but just example, if my Autel goes down and I'm working on a Mercedes, I can't really complete it if it goes down, but I have VVDI MB that complete the Mercedes. I don't need the Autel then. It'll calculate the password as well. That's why I say redundancy. And I'm sure you heard me say it a few times. Redundancy is good. You got to have a backup to a backup.
I agree.
Because something's going to go down. Quick story, my Dolphin. I got a Dolphin in my van. I left it on, killed the battery. I went to cut a key one day at a customer's, turn it on, it was acting funky. I was like, what the heck? So I calibrated it, nothing. Called tech support, could not get nothing. Only thing I could figure is replace the battery. So I took the battery out and I thought I was gonna be smart and run it without the battery. Nothing. You've got to have the battery in. The battery's got something built into it where you have to have a good battery in there for it to run. So $220 later, getting the battery overnighted, because I had to use my manual high security machine with space and depth keys. I don't know if you know what that is yet, but a lot of you old timers know what space and depth keys are. I've had to use my manual machine with space and depth keys to generate keys.
Wow.
So $220 later is what the battery cost me.
Deep old school.
Yes. Let's see, use Tango Orange 5, use VDI Pro VL2 as well as BIM tool. I don't have the BIM tool. I haven't used it yet. I've heard good things about it. I've heard bad things about it, so I don't know yet. Use VDI2 on Audi A406. Okay, awesome. Let me see. The VVI2 is a really good machine. I like it. VVI Prog, they go hand in hand with each other. All these VVI tools look kind of alike. VVI2, VVI Prog, VVI MB, VVI BIM, the BMW tool. They all are kind of shaped just alike. They're good machines. Please I'll contact you regarding the hardware and software upgrades needed for my order. Yes, sir, Mr. Les. That's fine. You got my email. Reach out to me. VVI Prog programmer EEPROM work. Any of you guys have Prog? I know some of you say you got the VVI2. I'm sure if you got the VVI2, you got the VVI Prog. No, I'm sure some of you do. But anyhow, okay. Jeffrey's got it. Okay. Building software, frequent online updates. you have to update this machine. What I will say, again, let me go back to Tango. You have to hit the server, I think about every 30 days to resync it with the server. Same thing with this one. VDI product, I'm not sure if I remember correctly. I've been in office too long, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, there's good diagrams with the prog. The software, they have real good diagrams of what solder points and stuff like that. You know how the 608 has a diagram where you solder to the board, where it shows you how to solder. The VDI product has both as well. Frequent online updates, but what I will say is, for you guys that don't have it, if you get it, go to mk3.com. Can you put this in the chat, Brent? mk3.com. mk3.com. Think of getting the VVI pad. Okay. There you go. This is a really good website where you can get files for all these tools, software for these tools. The VVI pad, what I will say about that, reason why I didn't mention it here, is because if you drop it and crack the screen and you send it off, you're sending off your VVI2, your VVI Prog, your VVI MB, and your Key Tool Max all in one. Yes, Emirates. You're sending off 4 tools if you crack your screen. I mean, you can get it if you want, but I don't have one. There's a reason why I don't have one. VVI BMW tool. Wait for my order tomorrow. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a good tool. I know people that have it, that love it. I know people that have it that hate it. It's just user preference. Me, I won't have one because I'm the kind of person, if I look at functionality. If there's 4 tools in one and I already have these 4 tools, I'm not going to buy it because I got the backups to these over here. I'm not going to buy them again over here in one piece. And if I drop it, I got to send that whole tool off. I'm not going to do it. That's just me. Like I said, some people love it, some people don't like it. I've seen one in action about a month and a half ago, and it seemed to be a pretty solid tool. It seemed to do everything they said it would do. Back to the VDI program, sorry, got off topic there for a minute. What? That is true, and if one part breaks, the whole thing breaks. Exactly. And that's the whole reason why I didn't get one, Shane. I mean, I saw it, I wanted it, I'm like, yeah, this would be nice. And I thought about if I drop and break the screen, that's sending 4 tools away.
Which screen are we talking about?
The pad, this right here, the VVDI Key Tool Plus, it's on page 42. On the left side in the middle, right there.
Oh, this one?
Yes. Moving on, TM Pro. TM Pro is an inexpensive machine. I think it's about $250. The software is what costs you. If any of you guys are doing EEPROM on like Ducatis, this would be the way to go. So I'm pretty sure somebody will correct me, but I think it's like, was it €800 for the software for Ducatis? Yeah, somebody will correct me here in a minute. They'll look it up. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the software is expensive, but it's like the Smart Pro, I guess, when you buy the software, it's yours. This machine's inexpensive. If it breaks, you know, you got your software, you keep your software. Just replace the machine. These are real good machines. I've seen one used one time. A friend of mine in Georgia, he's got one. He swears by it. So this is just another tool to use. Basically, same as this, not the same as that, but in the same category as that, and the Orange 5. Just a different way of doing it. VVI product pin. I don't have one of these yet. They seem to be, matter of fact, you got one. How you like it?
I haven't used it yet.
Oh, you usually you and your brother both got one, right?
Yes, sir. What,
Okay.
a week and a half, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because y'all bought it now. Yeah, I told my wife she won't let me have one. Anyhow, this I believe is the same as the old Easy Flasher Toyota Lexus. You can change the heads out on it. You can upload the data to the cloud. I believe from what I was reading, you could put it on the Key Tool Max or the Key Tool Plus, the data. Just order TM Pro for its motorbike select. Yep. Jeffrey, yep, that's the only reason why I want to get the TM Pros for motorcycles. Brett, have latest hot wire machine, unable to program BMW. Is there a way to recommend? Is there a recommended way to program in another key? Hot wire, I'm not sure. I haven't used a hot wire. I know it's made, I believe it's made here in Texas. Keyless Ride, I think they put out hot wire. I have the mini prog and it works on the key. Okay. Great Toyotas when I don't want to pull out the laptop. Okay, I got you. So yeah, I do need to get one then. Yeah. So I hope my wife hears me. I do need this machine. when I tell her I need it, not supported by hot wire. That's all. Okay, DJ, you're saying that BMW is not supported by hot wire? Is that what you're saying? Great pass through a hot. Oh, okay. Great pass through a hot wire. Okay. Huh. BMW is not supported by hot wire. Okay. I don't know anything about that. I don't have a hot wire. Just for your information, many prog reads EPROMs that usually need to be soldered off. Wow. Okay, Jeffrey, I appreciate that. You see that, Calvin? It reads EPROMs that usually need to be soldered off the board. So there you go. That answered the question you had the other day. Yep. So, okay, so it reads them in circuit, I guess.
Yeah, I never did no desoldering.
Okay. We're gonna do a class on that eventually, soldering, desoldering.
Well, I took like a basics, what Stacy Hesser had some of that on some of the class, 8-hour class. Some of it was on the basic
Soldering,
part
some
of
were
it,
EPROM, yeah,
soldering,
yeah.
desoldering.
I took the same class.
Yeah.
About 2 months ago.
Very, very
2.5
good
months ago.
class. Very,
Yeah,
very good.
a long class.
He's a good teacher.
He is. He's a good guy. Actually, I saw him at TLA. I was in his automotive updates class at TLA. I couldn't stay because I had to go set up our booth, but yeah, I had to cut out early. So anyhow, this machine here, this mini prog pen, it's a really good machine. From what I read, people love it. I mean, X-Horse just keep coming out with new machines. They have another one. It kind of looks like, let me go back a little bit. So the IM608, you see the screen right there with the orange, the blue, the light blue, the green, and the burgundy.
The bottom.
Yeah, you see the J box on the left-hand side over there.
The
So,
J2534.
Yeah, so X-Horse come out with a machine that looks like that, but it has a screen like the Autel. They got another tool out. They ain't released it over here yet, but they have that tool out. If you go to the X-Horse app, you'll see it on there. I don't even know what it does. Okay, so what programmers are right for me? So if you got anything out of this, you'll take this with you. That you can't do everything with just one or two programmers. You got to have several. I mean, anybody's gonna tell you you have to have several. Smart Cloud. That is, what is that? Is that for the prog pen? Yeah, I'll give him a second. Oh, X-Horse. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, the new device. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really look into it that much. I just saw it on my X-Horse app. So I guess we'll be getting them real soon, as soon as they're released over here.
What's the Smart Cloud?
It's if you go to your X-Horse app, it is. I'll show you. Right there. Oh, Cloud Smart, right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, it looks kind of like the 608, but looks like a J box and 608 together.
So I gotta need to download the X-Force app. I don't have that.
Yeah. Do you have the mini VVI mini tool?
Yeah, the one.
Well, you got to have it. Not the max, not the one with the screen, but the little one.
No, not the little one, but the
Okay.
$250 one.
No, I'm talking about the ones like $100.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about that one.
No, I'm talking about One's like $100, super, super cheap. Bear with me, guys. I don't see it in there. It's about that cost little.
Okay.
I'll show it to you. Okay, how will I build my arsenal? Again, you're hopefully gonna walk away from here with knowing that, also look at what your market requires. If your area has very, very few BMW, is BMW focused machine right for you? Yeah, DJ, I appreciate that. You're right. That's a good statement. Yeah, if you don't do a lot, if your market don't have much BMWs, don't get a BMW machine. If you don't do a whole lot of
Mine
Mercedes,
doesn't.
don't
I
get a
mean,
machine.
Probably get 1, 2, 3 through the year.
Right,
Just forward them to somebody else that
okay,
does them.
okay.
But eventually, I know more and more is going to start to build.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna
so you
start
gotta
trickling down.
Prepare for it. Yeah.
They're gonna start trickling in. Where I'm from, I saw somebody here from Jacksonville. And I know y'all know where Live Oak is. I'm from Live Oak, born and raised. We don't have a lot of European cars there. I started learning European when I come out here, 2018. I started learning European out here. And because we really didn't do BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi, Volvo, any of the European stuff we didn't do in my hometown because everybody goes Jacksonville, Gainesville, Tallahassee, Valdosta, Orlando to get it done. So that's why we didn't do it. We focused on Asian domestic. That's it. But what DJ brought up, that's right, because I mean, I didn't have machines to do European vehicles because I didn't focus on European. But now I'm out here in Houston where there's almost 5 million people, you got to. Here, there are a decent amount of European driving around, but we just don't get the calls. Where are you at, Andrew?
Yeah, I think it.
St. Louis, okay.
Part of
You'll start getting the calls as the cars age. You'll start getting the calls. Like I said, I do a lot of car lots here in Houston. Most of them are buy here, pay here, which have the older European cars, and that's where I get a lot of my practice in at. Is there? Most of them are repos. Most of them are just coming from the auction. They'll buy them. They don't care if they have keys or not. They'll buy them, bring them. They'll call me to come make keys. They rather buy them without the keys because they get them at a reduced rate. It's just a lot of practice, repetition.
I want to hit it run.
Do you only want to work on domestic and Asian vehicles? Domestic super easy. I ain't gonna say super easy. I'll say for the most part, the domestic are super easy. Key West, yep. Yeah, you guys kind of got locked in down there. I mean, they got to drive across a lot of water to get to Miami, to get to the Porsche dealership, to get to the Mercedes dealership, to get to the BMW dealership in Kendall and Homestead down there. Yeah, I kind of know where you guys are. Do you want to venture in more lucrative European side?
Do a little bit.
Okay, all right.
A
So
little bit.
So just testing the waters here. How many people here want to learn about European, like basic, intermediate European? If I can get a count, I'm gonna try to get a class put together by the 20th of November. If I can get a count.
I would definitely be one of them.
Okay, so 1 European,
Sure.
My brother
2,
Calvin, he'll be 2.
3, 4, 5,
7, 8.
6. Oh, you got 8? Okay,
6, and then Calvin.
I think we counted him.
And Bill, my brother-in-law, he'll probably
9.
be taking those classes for sure, even though he knows a lot of it. It's always good to tweak. You learn something you didn't, a little
That's
inside.
nine. And your brother-in-law, that makes 9.
Possibly
Okay.
Brett, his son, he's in
10.
it, 10 for sure.
Okay. Anybody else interested in European basic and an intermediate?
Yeah.
10. Hey, if I get 2 more, I'm gonna push to get that class.
Well,
Okay, 1 more, 1 more. If I get 1 more, we're gonna have the class. I'm gonna push for that class if we get 1 more.
I bet you'll end up getting more than that.
Oh, I'm sure we put a
Once
class on.
they tell others, they're gonna jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. Okay, all right, that's it. We're gonna basic European class.
And that'd be hands-on showing you how to use,
Yeah, it's gonna be hands-on.
Machines
We're gonna have
and-
modules and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been in talks with one of my real good friends already. And we're gonna try to bring him here for European. On a side note, do you guys sell to Australia, as I've had trouble making? You know what? Shield, you have my email? If you have my email, email me, and I can ask and find out for you. I will do whatever I can to get you taken care of. I'm not in sales, but I know all the salespeople up front. I know the account, the person that sets up new accounts. I know pretty much everybody in the building. So if you need an account set up, shoot me your email and I will get something started for you. Okay, that's settled. So we're gonna do European classes. So, okay, all right. Just a picture of different machines. The only ones you see on here I don't have: Smart Pro, Bosscom, Altec, IK20. The rest of them I do have. Super great machines. You mentioned diagnostic box. Oh, okay, diagnostic box. I did not put that in the slides because nobody, no distributors sell diagnostic box except TDB USA. Everybody else sells the accessories for it. Diagnostic box, I was gonna buy that just for Volvo, and the reason why I did not is because I just bought the modules for Volvo. Do I want to get it just for Volvo? Yeah, I still want to get it, and because it does the Volvo, so that's the main reason why I want to get it. And you buy the software. I've seen Tom is the distributor here in the USA. Tom Tusing, he lives in Ocoee, I believe, or about Orlando. Yeah, the Wonder Wind modules are great. Actually, I know the guy that reflashes the Wonder Wind modules. He's actually, I believe he is wanting to buy my my D-Max. I believe I talked to him out of Loa. A Volvo slot in Prague, Chrysler and Honda. Okay, cool. I do want to get a diagnostic box, honestly. Right now, I can't justify it right this minute. After the first year, I'm looking at actually purchasing it and getting the Volvo software and the little dongles for it, the hardware. Hopefully that'll come into play pretty soon. But like I said, these machines here are pretty durable machines. These are our most popular machines that we sell. I know there's some on here. Code Cannibal. I didn't list Code Cannibal. Some people like it, some people don't. It's not real popular. It's not a real popular seller. Do I think it's a good machine? People I know it has the machine, they love it. There's been a couple of complaints I've heard about it, but not a whole lot. I want to say they were the first to do the 2021 CAN systems for General Motors SUVs. They're the first ones to come out with it. And the people that come out with the Code Cannibal are the same people with the what's it called? Z Full. I'm sorry, Z Full. I lost train of thought there. So like I said, you heard me say it several times, redundancy is a good thing. Always have a backup to a backup. Some machines are on the same on the inside, look different on the outside. Tango, Orange 5, VVI, probably VVI 2. A good friend of mine, Jason Jordan, I don't know if you guys know him. He's out of Georgia. His method of teaching is he don't like reinventing the wheel. He rinses and repeats. So whatever works for him, he continues to use it. Me, I like having a variety of tools. That way, in case these tools fail, I have these tools I can fall back on. That's just me. Are there any machines that pull late model Kia and Hyundai pins? I want to say my 608 was bypassing those. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've done one. If not, I mean, you can probably get a pin code from a code broker. I've got a friend, that's all he does. He calls a code broker and gets a pin, I think $18. Pin code and key code, $18. He don't even lease you the cars. He just calls and gets pin code and key code, $18, he's out the door.
That's cheap.
Yeah. Diagnostic box offers those in their wiki. Oh, really? Okay. We do just looking for another route. Okay, okay. Oh, $10, okay. Somebody said $18 for a key code. Not me. I'm saying I got a friend that he'll do it. He don't use the leash. He gets key code and pin code for $18. So I guess if it saves him time, I don't know. Okay, these machines that you've been shown get you to the 95% mark. To get to 100%, you'll need to be fluent in EEPROM work along with soldering and desoldering. You may or may not need a NASDAQ account. Me personally, I don't have NASDAQ. I know several people that do, and they love it. That's well and good. Will I have a NASDAQ? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on what the automotive direction is going. It looks like 2022, 2023. Everybody, if you're going to do keys, 2023 and on up, you're going to have NASDAQ. NASDAQ necessary. Thank you, Les. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't have it, but I will probably have it in the not near future, but 2023-ish, maybe. I'll probably have it.
What's Nasdaq?
National Automotive Security Task Force, I believe. I believe I said that right. What it is, it's a way for us. Answer the question. The question was, what's NASDAQ? NASDAQ is a way. It's a go-between the manufacturers and the locksmiths. It's right here in the middle. So it gives us access to all the. It basically does our background checks and everything to make sure we're allowed to access their OEM software to program the vehicles. I think I said that right, Les. I'm not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you'll need an external piece of hardware. It's known as J2534 device. Cardac 3 is a really good one. Right now they're running about $1,800. Don't confuse it with the 2534 with the IM608. That may or may not work for what you want to do. That's a good summary of that. Okay, thank you, Andrew. It may or may not work for what you want to do. Volvo Viva, you don't need NASDAQ. You can get it. I think subscription is $89. Once you activate it, then you got 72 hours to use it.
Shane, next time we get that.
Shane. How do you get what? NASDAQ? I believe it's NASDAQ.org, .org, or just do a Google search on NASDAQ. Is NASDAQ in Australia? I can't answer that. It's National Automotive Security Task Force, I believe it's called. I'm not sure. You'd have to Google that. It's not in Australia. I use it to obtain key codes for early GMs and program for newest GMs. New Toyotas are easily done through NASDAQ. Yep. Get my pins for Chrysler Pacifica early models. Yep. I mean, NASDAQ is, what is it, like $400 every 2 years less? $412 every 2 years or something like that. We can't do 2020 Toyotas because we don't have NASDAQ. Yep, you're right. But you can clone the 2020 Toyota. I believe you can clone the chip. Close. Okay, close. Yeah, so it's like every 2 years, like $400, so $200 a year. How much are you paying for your locksmith license a year here?
Here? Oh, goodness.
$400 a year, right?
Yes, that's about
Yeah,
right.
$412 a year. So if you're paying $412 a year for your locksmith license and you add NASDAQ, that's $612 a year.
Yeah, but don't NASDAQ charge you also for each vehicle you go?
What I
through?
understand, they charge you a subscription fee. You got to pay a subscription to that manufacturer. I don't have NASDAQ, so I really don't know. You just have to pass the cost along. Yeah, like Les says, the thing is just USA and Canada. I had to use my credentials for the first time to do it. 19 Yes, all keys lost. Can you scroll down a little bit? Let me see what's above that. Because NASDAQ close. Okay. All right. Yeah, scroll up a little bit, please. Oh no, bring it up. Close, just all keys lost. Thanks USA. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, you have to pass the cost along. I don't like it, but you'll need it more and more. Yeah, Les is right. I mean, I hear that all the time. Les, I've seen you in a lot of the groups I'm in. Les, and there's a couple other people that I've seen in a lot of the same groups I'm in. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, you guys talk to the same people I talk to a lot, and yeah, you're gonna need NASDAQ eventually. I have the free account. I signed up 2011, 2012. I've never been a paid member of NASDAQ because I've never really used it. I just signed up I just registered. That's what I should say. I registered. And I've never used NASDAQ. So, I mean, you go in there and check it out. It's pretty helpful. I mean, if you're going to continue being automotive, like I said, me personally, I never really cared for it. I try to prolong everything as long as I can, put it off. I don't see no sense in spending money for key codes when I'm basically my own key code. I usually
Right.
and decode a lot.
Leashes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a sense.
The only
key code.
thing good about the NAFTA deal would be getting a PIN code. that's
Yeah, like he said,
required. Yeah.
he gets it for older Pacifica codes. Unless you're friends with the dealer, the
Yeah,
service
exactly.
department, or if you have DMAX, something like that, you know, or if you can know how to EEPROM, you can do it. But like I was saying here, you'll need OEM software such as Vita for Volvo, TechStream for Toyota, and Otis for Volkswagen Audi Group. And you're going to need NASDAQ regardless. But Vita, I don't use NASDAQ for Vita. Jaguar Land Rover, Pathfinder is a really good thing for that. I know I'm going a little bit off topic, a little bit more advanced than what we're talking about. Lots of time saved with NASDAQ for GM VATS codes. Yeah, that's true. GM codes come with VAT. Yeah, they do. Usually the GM codes come with the VATS info. They give you like a CS or whatever that equates to as far as your VATS code. And you got Auto Smart Books. It gives you that 2-digit code for the alphabet, and it relates into what the VATS value is. Auto Smart Books, they're really good. I forgot to put them on here. This is just about mainly programmers, but Auto Smart, those books are really, really well written. You will see some mistakes. You'll see some variances between the application and the books. I've got both. I don't care for the application because that leaves a lot of information out, and that the books do have. But both, I mean, on the fly, if you need to look up something, boom, it's right there in your hand. You can look it up. You go to your van and versus going to your van and opening the book and looking it up. Question? Okay. I see we got a few minutes left. What's in the book is an app. I love the app. There's a lot of pictures in the book, a lot of breakdown of the key programming, depth and space, methods of how to make the key. It's also easy to just get the pins for early prices like 2004. Okay. All right, guys, we got about 4 or 5 minutes left. Okay, yeah, I didn't renew the app, so it's just expired about a month or two ago. I haven't renewed it. So we got about 4 or 5 minutes left. So anybody got any questions?
We have a few minutes after. I mean, we have time, but for everybody, you want to show the website,
Right,
the app,
the app,
the one that you showed the website.
Auto Smart app?
Yeah.
Or NASDAQ? Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Smart.
Auto Smart?
You want to show it?
I
Show it early?
No, programyourkeys.com. That was that one. I think I showed it.
Yeah, the Auto
You're welcome,
Smart.
DJ. The Phoenix do MB keys. The Phoenix, the top down Phoenix. Shane, I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking it does because of the yes, because of the it looks like the XP 400 Pro. I saw and I took a picture of it, so I think it does. Really appreciate the info today. Thanks, Bruce and Banner. Thank you, Les. Thanks for joining in. One question: when is the Intro European class? That's gonna be, if I can get it scheduled, it's gonna be around the 20th of November. I'm gonna work my butt off and try to get that scheduled for you guys. I'm not gonna be the only instructor. I'm gonna be co-instructing. I I know most of you guys know him. His name's Jeremy Crocker. I'm trying to get him here to help put on his class. Hoping it'll go through. Really appreciate you taking time to do this class. Self-defense about doing auto has helped tremendously explain something. So Josh, if you got any questions, my extension is 6263. Give me a call. You got my email me. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Jeffrey. Great class. Thank you. Very helpful. Thank you, Andrew. Dots LLC. Thank you, Bruce, for the info. You're welcome, sir. Shane, thanks for the info today, mate. All right, Shane, anytime, brother. You be safe over the pond over there. Yeah, so any questions? This is your time now. Any questions for anything? No questions? Any questions? Anything you want to ask? Albert, you're welcome, sir. What's your extension? 6263 is my extension. Can you put my extension in there? Do 263. If that don't work, then do 6263. Put a 6 in front.
Maybe
Will
on
Banner
that,
ship $100 orders free? I don't know. I'm not in sales. Will Banner still ship $100 orders free? Les, I think that's right. I'm not sure. Also, I know is call your salesperson, ask them. Can we get the slide deck for the class? Can we get the slide?
Yes, you can email it.
Yes, we can get you the slides. Shoot me your email, ask me for the slides. I'll send that to you. If the slides look crazy, it's because I build them myself. So just take it easy on me when you say your slideshow sucks. Take it easy on me. You said any questions? Okay. Where will this video be up? I don't think the video is going to be uploaded, Shane. Yeah, I said any questions related to locksmithing. Thanks for meeting. Email me about the video if you want the video. I won't see about getting that sent out to you.
Oh, you can watch it again.
Yeah, Les, I caught that. Any questions? I know what groups you run around in. I run the same groups. What's your extension? 6263. Y'all got any kind of questions?
This is my first introduction into this. So I
Okay.
still don't understand a whole lot of it. I'm just trying to kind of open up the door and see what it
Okay.
takes.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough.
How long does it
That's
take for
great.
NAFTA, once you check into it to get set up?
Nasdaq, they got to do a background check. I want to say like 3 to 5 days or something like that. I'm sure somebody here. The question was, how long does it take to get set up with Nasdaq, or how long does it take to get in Nasdaq once you get set up? I want to say 3 to 5 days. I'm sure somebody here that's on Nasdaq will correct me. Class is great, concentration and measurement. I have a better idea of what my next few
1 to
machines
2
will be now. Do you have any problem using the VVDI pass-through? I have trouble using forescan Jim. VVDI pass-through. Which VVDI pass-through are you talking about? Okay, a few weeks. Okay. VVDI 2. I haven't used it for forescan or geotech because I don't have NASDAQ, so I don't use it for that. I just use it for reading and writing transponders. That would be out of my realm. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think it would be a problem according to what is advertised, but you know, X-Force tools. So what was the thing you wrote for the video?
Oh, just have them email you about the video.
Okay, yeah, anybody that wants the videos, shoot me an email, ask them for the video in the subject line. We'll see about getting the video out to you.
It takes a while before it gets.
Yeah, we gotta, okay, yeah, we gotta get it formatted to send out. They don't work for me and it goes, okay, all right.
So question,
Yes, sir.
on the NASDAQ, once you get set up and you go through them for a certain vehicle, they give you the key code and PIN code?
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm assuming there's a charge for that.
There
It's
is,
like you call somebody for a code, They give you the pin and code.
Michael, you're welcome. It is.
Yeah.
It's basically the way I describe it is a national code broker, basically.
Yeah.
A more expensive code broker that allows you to access OEM software. Basically, that's why
Well, I know
I
there's
find it.
some carriers out there that buy millions codes.
Oh yeah,
And they got the pins. and
all these
pin
code
codes.
brokers, yes, there's
Right.
plenty of code
And they
brokers.
Got it all by VIN number.
When I was I ain't gonna say first starting out, but after a while, often charge $24.95 for codes. Okay,
Who charges that?
Nasdaq.
Okay.
So you know what
That's
I'm.
still cheaper than other code sources
Yeah.
I go through.
Hey, you know what I'm thinking as well? I'm thinking about doing not me doing it, but somebody that has NASDAQ, putting on a class to teach others how to use NASDAQ. I think that would be a really good class
You know,
because
because there's
I
a
don't know
few
how to use it.
vehicles, like he was talking about the RAV4 Toyota,
Mhm.
the 2020,
2020.
and my brother-in-law was saying that they can't do them unless they through NAVTAP, so his buddy is set up with NAVTAP, so they are capable of doing it.
All right. Yeah, makes sense. So, hey Les, you want to teach a class on NASDAQ? We'll let you teach it. You're better than me, brother. I could not navigate it at all. But that's good. Everybody's learning, man. Everybody's learning. If you don't learn nothing every day, then you might as well give up.
Wasted day.
Yes, pretty much. I learn something new every single day. Like today, I just learned that if you buy the software for the Smart Pro, you don't have to use a token. So, thanks for the day. Yes, sir, Shane. You guys, like I said, you guys be safe and enjoyed it. This is my second class today. So I'm happy with it. That's that background check, retro $300, yearly $400 plus code. Okay. The rental companies forced me to keep up with learning. Yep. Yeah, I don't do rental cars anymore. I used to do enterprise.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, get you a picture of it. Okay, so I guess if that's it, I'm gonna bail. Yearly's not 400. I think it's 2 years. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's $400 over 2 years. That's what I was reading, 412 or 420 or something like that for every 2 years. George, you're welcome. I appreciate all you guys logging in and taking the class. Like I said, on the 14th, no, 16th. I think it's the 16th or the 18th. We're having the intro to EPROM class.
I think the 18th.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's 18th.
This month?
Yeah, Monday.
18th, yeah.
I think it's Monday. Yeah, we're having the intro to EPROM class for the auto ProBad. Yes, 18th. Yep.
Y'all
Intro.
put information out on it?
Yes, go to our website, go to hlflake.com, don't log in, scroll up to upcoming events, and you'll see a list of our classes coming up. If you don't get the email. If you get the email, then you should get email blast on any upcoming events. We're also trying to, like I said, we're trying to do more classes. It just depends on what you guys want and what we can put together. If we get a lot of interest in a certain class, we'll try to get that together for you. Because I know they're doing classes like that up north, they're doing it out west. So why can't we do it here in central Houston? I mean, central United States, South Central area. Do it here in Texas. You know, it's closer for Alabama, Mississippi, Florida people. They might not can make it to Nevada or New York or Chicago. They might not can make it to just cars. You know, it's just whatever classes you guys want. If we can get enough interest in it, we'll try to make it happen. That's part of my job here. And, you know, I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for you guys wanting to do automotive. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come here and listen to me talk about programmers. A lot of you guys are more seasoned. A lot of you guys are newer. It just depends on what level you're at. And my job is to help you be successful. So help me help you. That's all I can say.